Hey y'all, come on in. So I don't know if you guys know, but this is my third time recording this video. Tried to post it this morning, the original video, and for whatever reason YouTube kept shutting down, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But then I got on Facebook and I decided to try and do it live because my friend told me I should get on there and just go ahead, since I was announcing that I couldn't post, to go ahead and do it live. I did it live and it was a horrible mess. So now I am going to try again, and this time I'm going to make another box. I made these two boxes already, and I'm going to make another one, and this one is going to be for a cousin of mine who expressed that they would like one. So y'all pray for me, pray with me, and I promise you I'm going to do better. This is my first video, so just be patient. So come on in and go crafting with Kitty. Alright guys, again, these are the boxes that I made earlier. This one was my original video for YouTube, and this one is the one I did on Facebook Live. So now we're gonna make a purple one. Our ingredients for this box, and I'm calling them ingredients because we're making a recipe box, and for me, my ingredients is whatever supplies I need to make what I'm making. So let's start with the 12 by 12s. We need one 12 by 12 heavy cardstock. We need two 12 by 12 decorative pieces of paper. One's going to go on the outside and one's going to go on the inside. We're going to need one piece of chipboard. I'm sorry. We're going to need glue, something to crease our folds with on our scores. We're going to need some double-sided adhesive tape or a tape runner. We need scissors and any embellishments that you like. These are the ones that I'm choosing to use today. The first thing we're going to do is take this 12 by 12 piece of paper and we're going to cut it to 6 by 12. Essentially, we're cutting two 6 by 12 pieces of paper. And y'all be patient with me, please. This is my first video. I'm just putting that disclaimer out there. So now we'll take that and put that to the side. And we're going to cut this piece. On the 12-inch side, we're going to cut it to 4 inches. And then we need two pieces. That's going to be 5 1/4 by 3. So we need to make sure we cut this at 5 1/4. And because this is already 6 inches wide, we just need to cut it in half at 3. And that'll be our 2 pieces. That gives us the 4 pieces that we need to make the actual box. Alright, then the next thing we need to do is, let's cut our chipboard first. We're going to switch out this blade because chipboard will make your blade dull. So just try to keep that one available. I got that tip from the Podge Paper lady about changing your blades out, or keeping your old blades so that you don't have to waste your blades making them dull. So now we're going to cut this chipboard. We need 2 pieces at 5 3/4 by 4 1/2. So the best way for me to do this is cut this on the 11-inch side at 5 3/4. And then just simply cut this at 4.5. I think I made this 4.25 just because it's a chipboard piece. It is for stabilization. So we're going to cut it at 4.25. So instead of it being 4.5, we're going to do 4.25. And that'll be our 2 pieces to go on the inside for the stabilizer. And then we need 2 pieces that's 1 3/4 by 4.5. So we're going to do the 1 3/4. And we're going to make this one 1 1/4 2. I'm sorry, 4 1/4 2. I'm sorry, I'm reading my instructions and it says 4.5, but we're gonna use 4 1/4. So then we need 1 piece that is 5 3/4 by 1 3/4. So I'm gonna cut this at 1 3/4. And I'm going to cut this piece at 5 3/4. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my decorative pieces. And because they're going inside and outside, I can cut them at the same time and I can cut them at the same length. So these are going to be the actual measurements, not the measurements of the chipboard. So they're going to be 5 3/4 by 4.5. Then we're going to cut this at 4.5. We need 2 of those. And then we need 2 pieces that is 1 3/4 by 4.5. Cut it at 1 3/4 first. And then we'll cut this at 4.5. Two pieces. Alright, and then we need another piece that's 5 3/4 by 1 3/4. And this is already, let me move that out the way. This is already 5 3/4 because we cut this earlier. So all we need to do is cut this at 1 3/4. And I'm going to cut one more piece just because I want to cover the whole top of the box at 1 3/4. by 5 3/4. And you'll see what I mean by that in a few minutes. Five 3/4. All right, those are all the pieces that we're gonna need to put this box together. You take these and put them away. All right. The next thing we need to do is score our pieces. I don't know why I'm struggling with this today. Okay, so we're gonna score 4 3/4. We're gonna score again at 6 3/4. And then we're gonna score again at 11 1/2. Okay. Then we're gonna score these two sides. These are the two side pieces that will close the box or connect the box. We're gonna score those at 1/2 inch on 3 sides. Which side you score the third on does not really matter. And then this piece, this is the 6 by 3 piece. I'm sorry, 6 by 4 piece. We're gonna cut that. I'm sorry, not cut. Score at 2. This is gonna be our top flap. All right. So we are done with this board. We'll fold it up and put it away. I'm gonna use this just for the sake of time. So we're gonna fold this in half like this, and we're gonna burnish it. Just make it, crease it well. And I always recommend folding the opposite of the dent. So wherever you made your score, where your indentation is, score on the other side. I don't know why, but somehow this helps keep the paper from cracking. I noticed that when I was doing it, folding it on the side that had the deboss side on it. Okay, now we're gonna, this is the main box. All right, now we're going to put the box together. So the first thing we're going to do is add the flap. Like, and they'll go just together just that way. And I see a lot of people close they glue up every time they put it down. I haven't gotten to that point yet. Hopefully I'll get there. But I don't leave it open long enough for it to dry out. I'm trying to make sure this is going to lay properly. We want it to spread out and all that good stuff. Alright, so now we'll take this piece, and these squares we will miter cut these. And mitering is just cutting on an angle. I'm going to do that on both of these pieces. Again, these are the pieces that will attach the box and close the box up. Alrighty. Then we will take our glue and go along the edge. And I learned this from Leo Cal from Dreaming Tree. He says that when you attach it, you should bend it down like that. So you can see where it's matching. And if it's not matching because you use wet glue, you've got some wiggle room. And then you guys, I don't know why I keep forgetting this part. We need to miter these top parts too, so that they sit well in the box. And I don't like that because I just got glue on my scissors. But that's okay. It's my first video. I'm gonna keep saying that. It's my first video. Technically, it's not my first video, but it's my first video that I'm publishing. How about that? Oops. I had to pull that up because the corners weren't meeting. And that's the most important part of having a box, is that the corners meet, right? And then we're going to do these sides. And we're going to turn it over so that these sides are matched together. See, and matched together, and then this side is matched together. Need those corners meeting, and then we take our bone folder. And we just go inside, and I don't know if you can see, I can't sit it up and do it. But go along the tabs and press it down so that your glue sticks really well. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to use our, we're going to give that a chance to dry a little bit, and then we're going to put our decorative pieces for the inside because we want the box to look nice on the inside too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. Now you're going to notice I only have 5. There's a reason for that. So we're going to stick these pieces on. And if you have texture paper, try your best to make sure the texture side is up when you're gluing it down, especially on the outside. I don't know. I see a lot of people do this laying down. This works better for me this way. I can control it better. All right, and then we have our 2 pieces here. And then we just take these pieces and then we're gonna glue them and stick them down inside there to support, give it more support. Now this is actual chipboard, but earlier when I made the other 2 boxes, I just used some of, but it was some really good stiff cardboard. I used some cardboard that came out of my photo paper packet. Because I craft on a budget, so I use everything I can that will help me save money, or help, I shouldn't say save, help me not to spend too much money. And although I'm not the person you look to for recycling tips or anything like that, but using those pieces out of the photo paper actually is a way to recycle. And then we're going to put this one piece here on top, and just so that it makes the top a little heavier, we're going to put it in the middle part here, because we don't really need that much weight to close it, to close the flat. Okay, so there you have it. You have a box. Now to decorate it. That's super, super simple. I'm going to use a scrap piece of paper to glue my pieces on. I don't want this getting on my mat, and then it makes everything sticky. And glue the side piece on. And this is printed paper, like it has writing on it, so you want to make sure if you have directional paper that you pay attention to what direction it's going in, just in case that's important to you. Because I'm giving this to somebody, I'm going to try to make sure as much as possible this is the other reason I don't too much use this glue, this adhesive runner, tape runner, is because once you stick it on, it's a wrap. You're stuck with whatever you got most of the time. You're almost there, y'all. Almost there. Oops. Try to get it as even as possible before you lay it down. That's the best I got. These are human hands. Okay. Do this. Try to get it close to the edge. Don't be like me. Because we don't want the edges lifting up if we can help it. And then if you have a gum eraser, if any is sticking up over the edge, you can always erase that with the gum eraser. Alright, now we'll put a little bit on the top. Because I cut these from two different sides of the paper, it's going to be a little different. And that's okay. We'll put this piece on top. because when I get done embellishing it, it's still going to be beautiful. Oh, I should have did this earlier, I forgot. I want to round the corners. So I'm going to use my corner rounder. Just to give it a little cuter look. If that's a word, cuter. It is, but I don't think I'm using it in the right. I don't think I'm using it appropriately, but that's okay. You're gonna hear me say a whole lot of stuff that's not used appropriately. And I'm okay with that. Alrighty, and then we're going to take our little Velcro dots that came from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to press them together. I got this tip from the Posh Paper Lady, who is absolutely one of my favorite creators to watch. You'll hear me reference her and Natasha Foote a lot because those are like my top people that I watch. I watch a lot of people, but those are my top ones. And she said, stick it on like that. Take the backing off. And then close it up. Rub it so that it sticks. And then it's in place. Now sometimes she uses a little glue. And I have too, depending on the Velcro dots I was using or how heavy the piece I was using was. So there you have it. It's a box. It's pretty. And I'm going to put a couple embellishments on it real quick. And then we're done. I want to use some ribbon. Sheesh. So I'm going to start the ribbon here. I'm not going to use wet glue for this because I don't want it to come off. And the idea is to make sure the ribbon stays straight. It might not. Let me take it, go around the bottom. Go around the back. And we're going to come across the top. And down the front. And I did this a little closer to the edge than what I anticipated, but that's okay. Because we can make anything work. These are some flowers that I cut out from my die cutting machine. And so we're going to make these work. That's what we're going to do. Oops. She don't want to stay. She does not want to stay. Yeah. I watched the lady, her name is Lucy something, I can't remember. But she did this great video on how to use one flower and make it look like a whole bunch of different flowers. So that's kind of where I got my flower making from, because I used to wouldn't use flowers at all. And she helped me get the courage to use them. Sorry, y'all. And then we're going to put some bling on it. Because after all, if it ain't got that bling, it don't mean a thing. There you are. And then we're done. Oh, okay, they're not cooperating. And we need to get this finished. Okay, there we go. All right, y'all, that's it. Thank y'all for watching. I'm probably gonna put some more embellishments on this because I'm just extra like that. I'm sure I will, but this is what we got for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for crafting with Kitty. And I hope to see you again. If you did enjoy this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And share this with other people. And tell them that it's a new kid on the block, crafting with Kitty. And I'm minding my crafty business. See ya. Smooches.